Hey guys, how is everyone doing? Now, I hope everybody is doing well. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I had my glasses on because I had something in my eye, so I had to take my contacts out, but I have my glasses in. So while I'm getting the intro and get it started here, why don't you guys go ahead and hit the thumbs up? If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Okay, guys, so I wanted to jump on here to kind of talk about something that I had talked about recently. Now, I had been telling you all that there is an attempt to get Sweet Tea off this show. Now, I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to watch yesterday's show, but what you saw is you saw Quad standing firm and I don't want him on the show. But in her saying she don't want him on the show, Sweet Tea wouldn't be on the show either, because you kind of know how this goes. The wives, if they're on here, they have a husband or they're dating. But in Dr. G and Sweet Tea situation, Dr. G is he is the doctor. So the reason again why I'm doing this video is because I want to show you guys, is what I've been saying. I don't know for the last past month is they were building a case, and what we're trying to say is Sweet Tea is pushing, hitting, whatever this story was. Again, I'm not validating any lies or anything that they're saying, but I just want to follow what now is happening so that you guys can understand that the entire situation was to, hey, we know how we can get her off this show. We gonna say that she pushing and hitting us. And if you guys were able to catch her video yesterday, or I think it was last night or something, she spoke about that and pretty much said that it was a lie. So even she said that them saying that she's pushing them and hitting them is frankly a lie. I mean, think about it. It's a reality show. If this happened, why are they not showing it? So again, it just goes to show how mean and low down and dirty these women are, and how they just come together to create and produce stories against other people just so they can stay on this show and be able to get a check. But word on the street is this show more than likely is going to either be put on hiatus or canceled, because people just not happy and everybody is screaming cancel it, cancel it. And I showed y'all the what is that, the ratings. They are in the dust, in the gutter. They can't be any lower. As we saw with Real Housewives of Atlanta, their numbers is almost double. Now it is a different show, but the same concept, if y'all can kind of understand where I'm going with this. Well, the first thing that I would like to show you all is a clip from Watch What Happened Live. Watch What Happens Live. And if you guys are familiar with that, you know that that is Andy Cohen's show. And generally what they do is they discuss the show on his show. But I want you guys to get into what Toya had to say, because this is exactly what I've been telling you all for some time. So let's kind of get into it.
What is your response to T saying that the group has been treating her unfairly and that she has been iced out based on Greg's decision?
So for those of you who didn't hear, what is your response from T saying that she's been iced out based on Dr. G's decision? So I wanted to say it loud and clear so y'all can hear.
Tisha lies a lot.
Tisha lies a lot. So, it's interesting that Tisha lies a lot, but we know for a fact that Heavenly is a fucking liar. So it's really interesting. And I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't get that she's a liar. I just don't. I don't get that.
I mean, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I really feel like Tisha needs to stop living in her truth and live in the truth.
Again, she wants us to now believe Tisha is a liar. It is so crazy how every week they tell us something about how horrible Lakeysha is, but nobody is addressing Heavenly. Nobody is addressing Dr. Jackie. Nobody is addressing anybody, but Lakeysha is the worst. Let them tell it, huh?
The reality is Tisha all season literally was pushing us and you.
Hello? All season, Tisha was pushing us and what I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell you this is the narrative that's being painted. She pushing us, she hitting us. We need to get her off this show. Yada yada. It is an entire conspiracy. A conspiracy.
And I hate to say that, but she was. And we were like, wait, girl, we're just your friends. And so it was really difficult to deal with Tisha this season.
It was difficult to deal with Tisha this season because she was pushing us. And let's just rewind that because this is crazy.
We're just your friends. And so it was really difficult.
We're just your friends. It was really, really difficult to deal with Tisha because she was hitting us. She was pushing us and we didn't understand what was going on with her.
Literally was pushing us and you.
All right, y'all heard it from her. Now, keep in mind, I said this some time ago. In fact, probably a month or so ago, that the narrative was she putting her hands on us. I mean, it was clearly obvious. And again, the dentist, Dr. Heavenly, set the stage when she told us this.
If you sweet tea, but I wasn't the only one. We all did that, so I would eat that, right? And that's why I'm so Team Quad this season. If you watch the show and continue to watch it, I'm still indebted to Quad because I did. But I am going to correct it. And y'all watch and see. Mark my words. If I bring you in, I can take you out. That's all I'm going to say about it. So mark my words.
If I bring you in, I can bring you out. So, I mean, do I need to break that down too? She said, I brought you to the show. I can take you out of the show. The narrative is she keep hitting people. You guys see the headline. Dr. Heavenly says she will correct bringing 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 on the show. If I bring you in, I can take you out. Also, Sweet Tea has hit and pushed several people, but they did not show it.
I messed up, and she's right. Nobody would want their ex on it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. You know what I mean? You don't think things through. But after we seen two people with it, I wouldn't want that. I apologize. I apologize again and again. You know what I'm saying? Sweet Tea is a sweet girl. She really just is. She really is. She's just in a bad situation.
Sweet Tea is a sweet girl. Now, Sweet Tea was a sweet girl. Then she hit people. Then she a liar. I mean, there's so many narratives. Maybe they should have kind of sat down and made it consistent because it's like all over the place. Now, all of these things that they're saying about T is what I get from Heavenly, except for she ain't gonna hit nobody because we know she's scary as hell. I mean, I don't believe she's gonna hit anybody. I think she'll get in somebody's face and get hit, but I don't think she'll hit anybody.
Situation where she cannot control her emotions. She's hit several people, pushed several people. They've not shown it.
She's hit several people. She's pushed several people. They have not shown it. This show has been boring as hell with the same fake narrative. I am positive that if Sweet Tea hit or pushed somebody, that would have gave them something to at least talk about.
And we just can't tolerate it if you cannot keep your composure. And I know it ain't easy.
We can't tolerate it simply means she was sweet. She was good for this show. However, she could not control herself. So we couldn't tolerate it.
For example, she's new to this. She's much younger than us. We're way more versed than her. More educated, more everything. So
look how she puts her down on the slide. Oh, we more educated than her. If she is educated, we or I only know based on what she say, because if I was just having a regular conversation with her, I would think that she dropped out of the 5th grade.
Of course she's intimidated. Of course she feels insecure, if you will. So I understand it. However, if you're going to,
I don't see how anybody can feel insecure around any of them because there's nothing to feel insecure about. I guess she want to say we're doctors, but y'all give nothing, absolutely nothing. In fact, I read the comments and the majority of people say they wouldn't even go to y'all. They wouldn't even accept your medical diagnosis.
Be in this room. You can't put your hands on people. You cannot put your all the stuff that happened with me and Contessa. She never once touched me. She never once touched me. That little girl, she's touched people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you got to have self-control. You just really do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can curse people out. You can talk because that's allowed. And I think a lot of times when you talk,
you got to have self-control. I told y'all, see, I'm telling you, but she's saying it. So I'm just kind of summing it up. So this is a conspiracy. But here's the deal, y'all. They don't even know if this show is going to return. It seems like either it's going to be canceled or it's going to go on a hiatus. I don't think it's going to come back.
You may say the wrong thing, but you can't touch me. Don't touch me.
Y'all heard it. Like, it came from Dr. Heavenly. And I just feel like since then, it was something that they set out to do, to basically say, oh, you know, we'll say she's pushing us or she's hitting us, because where is the proof? Now, y'all already know how Bravo does it. They'll run that clip back so quickly. So it just goes to show that they made this up. And this is a continual thing. Dr. Heavenly has said this at least 2 times. Let's get into this clip.
The people tried to stop her. Simone tried to say, she pushed Simone. Simone was like,
she pushed Simone. You see, y'all here, it's like it's getting out of line. And the bad thing about it is that the viewers are so furious. They are actually saying, cancel this show and don't bring it back. Let's just get a whole new cast. They don't understand that what they have done to Sweet Tea and how people have saw that they treated her just made us not even like this show. Because what they fail to realize is we look at this show as, oh, these are doctors. This is great. We like watching this. But the way that these women conducted themselves, you got Dr. Heavenly, who has an adult daughter. She talks about how Sweet Tea is a little girl when her daughter is probably not that far in age of, you know, Sweet Tea. Well, Sweet Tea is probably about 10 years older. I don't know, but not that far. But you see how she can treat her so bad, but then you got a daughter, you got Dr. Simone, you have sons, but you guys have adult children, and look how you're treating her. So the fans just don't like it.
Bitch, don't push me. Simone pushed her back. So basically her and Simone had a fight. She pushed her.
You see how she puts this information out there. She wants to paint, you know, Sweet Tea in a light as if she's violent. So now she goes on to say Sweet Tea and Simone actually had a fight. So the more you say this, what tends to happen is people start to pick up on it and they'll say, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that. So that is another reason why I want to speak on it, because I really feel like it's a fake narrative.
Simone put you some kind of way. Phaedra was trying to hold her back. This bitch says, I'm finna go fight King because I'm going to use my military powers and I'm going to fight King because my husband is the breadwinner and he can't be fighting. Now I'm going to say this and I'm going to take it back. This is all I'm going to say about it and I'm going to leave it alone. I don't know what y'all saw. I don't know what y'all saw though. I can't tell y'all what happened, but I'm telling you, I'll tell you, and I be telling the truth from what I can see. Greg came for the smoke. He was all in that dude's face doing his chest like, man, yeah, I told your wife to shut the fuck up. Okay, now you're looking at the push-up. Now, mind you, I was not over there. However, the people got eyes all over the world. Gonna put the push-ups back up there. When this man was doing one Lakeysha, two.
So again, we are painting a narrative. We want to, well, not we, but they want to make her look like this horrible person. But as I said, all of this that they did may have just backfired on them because they put out all of this energy to smear Lakeysha, to make Dr. G. They set out to make them two look so bad. And this show may not even be coming back because like I said, the numbers is in hell. So if you even watch their interviews, each and every one of them has done terrible when it comes to Lakeysha, representing her as if she's just a horrible, crazy lunatic. But it's crazy that she can be a lunatic, but then act normal. So make it make sense. We are not dumb. We know that they are lying to us, but let's get into another interview that Toya has done. So Toya, Quad, and Dr. Heavenly have been on a straight up smear campaign against Lakeysha.
Going to maybe transition us.
Biggest disconnect from right now, and why do you feel that?
I feel like when Tisha came on, I saw that. I was like, yes, she's going to be a fun addition. She was going to maybe transition us a little bit. This season was a hot mess with Tisha. It really was. It was one of the moments where she went from being so light to so heavy. And the energy was off for everyone.
She went so light for being so heavy. Maybe it's a result of the bullying. I don't think she just went from this light person into a heavy person because you guys were bullying her. So you expect now for her to be inhuman? Like, what do you want somebody to be if you're constantly attacking them, dragging them? Toya invited her to the event and then uninvited her, which is crazy given how many lies Quad has told on Toya over the years, including saying that she cheated on her husband, including saying that Toya, when I say Toya and her husband robbed somebody. It's just like it's been a lot of false information that Quad put out in the atmosphere. So it's interesting that Toya wanted to be Quad's friend so bad.
Everyone with her. It was not me. It was every single person.
And I know when you sat down with her after the beach altercation and everything, you kept on wanting to be like, how are you? Don't speak for Greg, speak for you.
Speak for you.
And do you feel that is why this season she's been having that disconnect because she's not really authentically
being herself? Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. And I usually wouldn't like for people to put, that's perfect, thank you. You know, it really is, because that's exactly how I felt. I was like, she's losing herself. And it is a difficult place when you get married and you have children, because I remember being at that place where I lost myself a little bit. You know,
it's amazing that she says she remembers being at that place. Well, if you guys recall, when the show originally started, Toya her boys were younger, very young. I think they were like infants, if I'm correct, or if they weren't infants, I think one was at least an infant, but they were really small. We know, Toya, because you got into a whole entire fist fight, but nobody is talking about that.
You know, and it's sad because that bubble, that light, it was like it just faded away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we see more of it at the reunion? Did she get her light back?
No, she was an idiot.
Oh, how
Now she was an idiot at the reunion.
was she an idiot at the reunion?
You're gonna have to wait and see.
Wait,
She really was an idiot.
Sometimes I have to
Like, she was even worse at the reunion. We were like, and it was just, did she know the theme?
You
Like,
mean
did you-
like style-wise or
Did
just
all
the
of
theme
it.
of a reunion?
All of it.
What's it?
Head to toe.
Oh.
It's
What
supposed
were-
to be like a play off of Bridgerton. You
Inspired
know,
by-
but Georgerton, and we were supposed to be in this beautiful garden, and she came.
Finish the sentence.
These knots, and I can say this because I was just like, where did that come from? Like, who designed this look? And then this dress looked like it was like part club, part prom. It was all, and then her energy again. She was mad at the world.
Okay.
She was mad at the world, and we were just like, girl.
It's so amazing that she says Lakeysha is mad at the world, when whole time I thought it was heavenly, you know, with her bipolar schizophrenia. Now, I don't know if this is what she has, but that is what Dr. Heavenly acts like. Like, she can be calm and then she'll go from that to 1,000. Then she'll come back down and it's just like boink, boink, boink. So when she says these things about Lakeysha, I'm just like, girl, this is just too much. Just stop.
I think she's young,
Yeah.
you know, and she likes to say we're old, but I like to say we've matured,
You're wise.
we're wiser, and we know where to pull back because it's not going to take us to the positive place that you really want to be in.
And also, no, I can't say this for the entire cast for her, but
Me either.
the most of the cast are looking out for her and trying to help her you're kind of giving her so many clues of how she
Yes.
could kind of grow and evolve to be more herself or
Yes.
come into her own
Yes.
a little bit more in this marriage with someone, and it just seems to be going in one ear and out the other.
It is. And so it's hard because it's like, how do you teach or you show or you help someone navigate friendships when they're still having a hard time navigating their marriage?
Okay.
I gotta ask this question because you brought her up, so I'm doing a celeb shot. Did she sing at the reunion?
She?
Yeah, because I don't know. Did you hear that she performed a rap for us here?
No, but is she and Greg the same?
I would love. Okay, because she did.
I think she takes a back seat when it comes to Greg.
Oh.
And so,
She came here without Greg, and so I think maybe she felt emboldened
Yes.
and confident enough to
Yes.
rap.
It was randomly a song for Contessa to inspire her.
wait, what?
Do you want to
Wait,
hear
we
it?
have to hear.
Oh.
We got to bring it up.
We
Can
gotta
we,
bring it
can we get a
up.
live reaction?
So, guys, that is pretty much it. I wanted to pretty much point that out so that you guys can kind of see that basically what y'all just saw is pretty much Toya confirmed the entire thing with regards to this whole conspiracy to say that Sweet Tea is crazy. She's, all, hitting people and all of this mess. Toya confirmed it with everything that she said because if you guys kind of put the story together, we can kind of tell that this is a running narrative that started with Dr. Heavenly. And Dr. Heavenly said, if I brought her on, I can definitely take her out. So that has been the build up to kind of tell us and put this out in the world. But the thing about it is nobody believes it. So I think this entire narrative has failed flat because what has really happened is that people have really started to get really upset with this entire narrative that has been painted because we the people believe it to be a lie.